So now that let's see, it's been, I'd say maybe 4 months since I've done the 3 passes, and did the whole thing. It wasn't as hard as I thought, but just a few things to keep in mind if you're about to do it. Now they require a guide, which is ridiculous. Like, along the way, my hiking buddy and me, they kept offering us guides, and we were like, no, we don't need a guide. And you don't, they just want money. That's all there is to it. And as far as the TIMS card is concerned, you do not need a TIMS card. The government in Nepal is corrupt, to say the least. They say you need travel insurance to go up there. You don't need travel insurance. Also, a lot of your guides that are going up there, and I've read this and I've heard this and experienced it, if you get a little bit sick and they're guiding you, they will try and push you more to go down, to get the helicopter ride down. Now, this is what I've read, and I can kind of get the gist of this too, because I don't know if they get a kickback from the helicopter ride. I wouldn't be surprised, but for a $700 helicopter ride, that's big for those people. I mean, the choppers are sitting there anyways, so that's a good profit they're making. So yeah, don't listen to your guides. I've had altitude sickness up there twice, and it was only because both times we ascended a little bit more than what we were supposed to ascend. It was a matter of, you know what, this is only at 200 feet. This is a better place to stay. Let's just go ahead and do that. And each time it got me, but it wasn't terrible. I had a headache, and when I was at Kalapatar, that was a really bad headache, and I felt like I had the flu. Yeah, really big, like I felt like I had the flu. And I woke up the next morning a little bit under the weather, and then it just passed. I mean, the odds of you dying of altitude sickness are minuscule. So yeah. And then, yeah, you're gonna have to spend money on water. Water goes up in price when you're there. Money, you know, $600, $700 should be easily enough. I would bring solar power, some kind of solar power charge, because a lot of those places up there will let you stay for free as long as you eat there, and they have cell phone chargers, that kind of stuff. So that's how they make their money. So, I mean, for the convenience of it, if anything, just to be able to pull out your solar charger and charge your cell phone, that's worth it just for that. Because I don't know how many times I charged my cell phone, and the more higher up you got, the more the cost kept going up. So, and that's about it. I mean, after the 3rd pass, I made it all the way down to May within a day, pretty much, and that was real easy. And yeah, I'd say the first couple days are the hardest. Kongmala Pass is the hardest. You really have to come after that one. Yeah, and you want to do that early too. But along the way, everything's provided for you. I haven't done that many treks, but it's pretty catered to. Yeah, you have to, do some stepper action going up the steps. A lot of going up the mountain, a lot of them are not slopes. Some are just flat out steps. And those, I remember they can be pretty grueling. And I wasn't in shape going into it though. So I was just, there's a few times where people were passing me. I was just like, just barely getting up there. And I had both trekking poles too, but I wasn't in shape. I didn't prepare for it. And I mean, if you're in, normal shape, you'll be fine. It'll take you maybe 4 or 5 days at the most to get used to it. Then you're in shape. So I wouldn't say getting in shape is necessary. You're going to get in shape when you're there. And Everest Base Camp, when you get up to Kalapatar, you got to do it for bragging rights, but really there's not much to Everest Base Camp. There's a giant rock in the middle of a rock field. The scenery is not great, but you got to do it so you can take a picture in front of Everest Base Camp. And so, yeah, you can pick up what you need in Namche Bazaar as well. It's not that much more expensive. This coat right here, see, it's a good little Marmot brand, which we all know it isn't. This was $17, and it's been a great coat, to be honest. Counterfeit or not, this is a really good coat. So if you forget something, take your flight to Lukla, and you can get it at Namche Bazaar. You'll be totally fine. And that's about it. There's always going to be people along the trek. There's always going to be, it's pretty hard to be in a spot where it's going to be that dangerous. There's people to help all over the place. And yeah, as you probably know, you want to give yourself a little bit of a leeway getting back to Lukla, just in case the flights get postponed, so you're not potentially waiting there for days, and your flight back home internationally is postponed. And then what are you going to do? We gave each other, I'd say, 10 days, which was too much, and a lot of that I just hung out in Tomei and Kathmandu. So it was a lot, but just something you have to do. And yeah, the airports, what you want to call the airport at Ramechhab, was chaos. You're basically waiting there to check in, and there's not really a real check-in procedure. Then you go out to wait for your flight, and then nobody's really calling out anything. There's not going to be like anything lit up that says your flight's taking off. There's nothing. There's no computers, no screens. So you just kind of have to hang there, listen to every word they're saying, then get on, and get on the world's most dangerous flight, and you'll be on your way. So yeah, hope that helped.